Hey, so we're here on my deck, and we're going to do a contour drawing of this banana plant. And I don't want to draw every little detail. I want to get that outline shape. And since I'm going to be doing watercolor with this later on, I'm going to use light pressure. So if you have a 2H pencil, that's probably a good idea of a pencil to use because you really don't want to make a heavy mark. So when I'm drawing for a contour, I want to kind of let my eye just glide along the outside of these leaves. Almost like my eye is like a snail, kind of crawling along. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing so that hopefully you can see what I can see. But right now, I'm letting my eye just kind of creep along the outside, and I'm not worrying about a lot of the interior details. I'm just sort of trying to capture this jagged edge of this banana plant as it ripples and curls. And I actually can see the underneath side of that particular leaf. So this is the leaf I'm drawing right here, this one, and I'm trying to represent that. Okay. So I'm going to come back through here and I'm going to look at the negative space and I'm going to try and capture how this underneath side of the leaf literally intersects that top fold of the leaf. And again, we're on this leaf up here. And that stem kind of reaches down in there. And because I'm sitting outside, they're going to blow in the breeze a little bit, but that's okay. I can handle that additional challenge. So next I've got this nice big leaf that sits back, and I'm going to work on kind of representing that. And it overlaps that stem that I had drawn before. So I might even need to come in and do some erasing. And that one's kind of cool because it's got some tears and some little bites out of it. And so I'm going to actually take my eraser and I want to come back and put some of those tears in. But most likely that's a detail I'll actually get to really working on later. The leaf isn't perfect. It's not this perfect football. In fact, one of my favorite parts is this little torn piece down here at the bottom. And I want to show you that little torn area that I'm seeing right here. And so I wanted to kind of represent that in pencil and graphite. Now, I like this leaf that I'm looking at kind of the side, so now I'm going to get that in there. Trying to work large, trying to work all the way across this paper. From my point of view, I can see a little of the underneath side of it. And then, as it comes across the page, I can see more of the top side of it. Very elegant, and it flows over there. I see some great opportunities for shading. So I want to kind of show you what I'm seeing here. Right there by my thumbs, and it's this leaf right here. Okay, let me show that again. I don't know if there's a glare. I'm hoping this is working. Some really neat opportunities for value. Okay, so I noticed that my composition is kind of blank over on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and work out some of these leaves over here. And I noticed that this actually kind of goes like that more. And this lifts up and over. See, this is a banana plant, so they actually grow out of kind of like the same root area. And so I'm representing that right there. So this big plant in the background shoots straight up in the air. And that's part of what makes this look very lush and tropical. My banana plant is a gift from a colleague that lived in Jamaica for a while. There's some really neat like dried leaf over on this side. And I think I want to try and capture that next. It's this little dried piece right here. When I compare my proportions, I know that this leaf hangs down longer, so I need to raise that dried area up. I originally drew it too low. But I use the various leaves as like a way to kind of measure and see how my shapes are, right? I notice I've got this leaf that's kind of reaching over, and these two, it all kind of comes into this area. So again, that's kind of how I measure things. Get that a little closer for you to see. I don't want to take too much more of your time, so I'm just going to draw one more leaf, and then I'll show you like how this all finishes out. Okay, so there's my finished drawing. Hope that's showing up okay. And here's my banana plant that I was trying to capture. So I hope that this helps, and I hope that you have fun drawing yours. Remember, look at those outline shapes, and that'll help you with contour drawing. And then you can go back in and do those tiny little details that are inside.